Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Proposed three-team blockbuster NBA trade sends Lakers a $114 million star. The pressure is on the Los Angeles Lakers to prove to LeBron James that the front office can construct an NBA title contender this offseason. James can opt out of his two-year, $99 million contract to become a free agent in the coming months. Atlanta Hawks star guard DeJounte Murray has long been a name linked to the Lakers, but the team did not strike a deal for the star at the trade deadline. Could the Lakers have another opportunity to land Murray? Bleacher Report's Sean Davis outlined a potential three-team trade idea, adding the Charlotte Hornets to help facilitate the blockbuster deal. The Lakers receive Murray and Hornets center Nick Richards as part of the deal. Los Angeles trades Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, a 2025 first-rounder and 2030 first-round pick to Atlanta. The Hawks also receive a protected 2027 first-round pick from the Hornets, with DeAndre Hunter heading to Charlotte. By adding Hunter in the three-team trade, Atlanta is able to secure 3 future first-rounders as the franchise hits the reset button with this proposal. Let's take a look at whether this trade pitch makes sense for the Lakers, Hawks, and Hornets. For the Lakers, Murray slides into the lineup nicely alongside James and Anthony Davis, giving LA a new big three heading into the 2024-25 season. Atlanta gets 2 role players in Hachimura and Reeves that may better fit with Trae Young. The real bonus is Atlanta walking away with 3 first-rounders as part of the deal. "This is a 3-team deal that I kind of just came up with here on the fly," Davis explained in a May 10, 2024 live stream. The Lakers ultimately end up with DeJounte Murray and Nick Richards. This is in a scenario where D'Angelo Russell opts out, right? The Hawks get Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves. The Hornets get DeAndre Hunter, and in return the Hawks also get 2 firsts from the Lakers for DeJounte Murray, and they get a heavily protected first-rounder that's not even the Hornets. They get a protected first from Miami. Murray is set to begin a 4-year, $114 million contract next season. The former All-Star has a reasonable $25.4 million cap hit for 2024-25, considering his production. Murray averaged a career-high 22.5 points, 6.4 assists, 5.3 rebounds and 1.4 steals per game while shooting 36.3% from the three-point line in 78 appearances this season. The addition of Richards in this deal should not be understated. Richards would give the Lakers a backup center with starting experience. The big man posted 9.7 points, 8 rebounds, and 1.1 blocks per game in 67 appearances this past season, including 51 starts. Los Angeles is in search of a third star, but it remains to be seen whether the franchise has enough assets to land a player like Murray. Meanwhile, the Hawks just finished another unsuccessful season where Murray and Young do not appear to be clicking together. The clock is ticking on Atlanta to make a decision on the future of their backcourt. This pressure is especially heightened after winning the number 1 pick in the NBA draft lottery. Milwaukee Bucks, Patrick Beverley campaigning for Timberwolves coach amid new links to Lakers job opening. Milwaukee Bucks veteran Patrick Beverley has been keeping tabs on the goings-on around the NBA. One of the most compelling storylines in the league at the moment is the Los Angeles Lakers' search for their new head coach after deciding to part ways with Darvin Ham shortly after their first-round exit at the hands of the defending champions Denver Nuggets. A handful of names have already been linked to the high-profile job in Hollywood, but it appears that Pat Bev believes there's only one person that's right for the role. According to reports, the Lakers are also interviewing Minnesota Timberwolves assistant coach Micah Nori as they go through multiple candidates for the head coaching post. Beverley caught wind of the news, and the Bucks guard was quick to offer his full support to his former coach in Minnesota. Nori has been an assistant for the Wolves since 2021, which is the same season that Beverley played for the squad. The two crossed paths a few years back, but it is clear that Nori has left quite an impression on the feisty veteran. Norrie, however, will need to contend with some big names as he hopes to secure one of the most demanding head coaching gigs in the NBA today. As the above report indicates, J.J. Redick, Kenny Atkinson, and David Adelman are just a few candidates who have also been touted as LA's next shot caller. It goes without saying that this is going to be a very interesting race. Lakers intrigued by 15-year NBA vet, LeBron James associate as next coach, report. The Los Angeles Lakers have hit the reset button yet again on their coaching staff, and as the search for a new lead man begins, one familiar name has emerged among the prominent candidates. That name belongs to J.J. Redick, current ESPN analyst and broadcaster, who is also a 15-year veteran of the NBA and co-hosts the new Mind the Game podcast with Lakers star LeBron James. Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN broke that news via the Saturday, May 11th edition of NBA Countdown on ABC. Their search is gonna ramp up this week, I'm told. GM Rob Pelinka, the Lakers front office, they'll be in Chicago for the league's draft combine. You can expect them to start calling for permission to talk to coaches around the league, assistants, Wojnarowski reported. But one name that the Lakers have been drilling down on in their initial research here, J.J. Redick, our colleague at ESPN. He is certainly somebody that the Lakers are intrigued with. They've been making a lot of calls to try to learn more about him. But expect this to be a wide-ranging and a lengthy search. Redick spent a decade and a half in the league, including multiple-year stints with the Orlando Magic, Los Angeles Clippers, Philadelphia 76ers, and New Orleans Pelicans. The sharpshooting guard also played partial seasons with the Milwaukee Bucks, 2012-13, and the Dallas Mavericks, 2020-21. Redick retired following the 2020-21 campaign, leaving the league with career averages of 12.8 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists per game, according to Basketball Reference. He was a career 41.5% three-point shooter on 5 attempts per night. As a part-time starter, starting 488 of 940 career NBA games, Redick averaged 25.5 minutes per contest and contributed to teams that were largely successful and often prevalent in the playoffs. Redick played on the 2009 Magic team that bested James and the Cleveland Cavaliers 4-2 in the Eastern Conference Finals and earned a trip to the NBA Finals against the Lakers. Los Angeles bested Orlando in 5 games in what was Redick's closest run to a title. Redick's professional, and apparently personal, relationship with James should be a mark in his favor when it comes to LA's search. His credibility as a long-time and successful NBA player will also go a long way. Redick doesn't turn 40 years old until June and is only about 6 months older than James. However, his age may be something the team considers more of an asset than a hindrance, as it should help Redick relate to and connect with younger players in the locker room. The Charlotte Hornets considered Redick for their head coaching vacancy, bringing him in for an interview, which led Shams Charania of The Athletic to report that Redick was a serious candidate for the job. Charlotte ended up hiring Charles Lee, currently an assistant coach for the Boston Celtics and also 39 years old, to run the organization. However, the Hornets' consideration of Redick should bolster his candidacy elsewhere, including with the Lakers. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of J.J. Redick? Leave your opinion in the comments.